The 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 arrives with a more potent rear-drive motor and a more user-friendly interface, and base models still pack an EV value. What kind of car is the 2024 Volkswagen ID.4? In comparison to competitors like the Nissan Ariya, Ford Mustang Mach-E, and Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Volkswagen ID.4 5-seat electric crossover gives buyers 2 battery pack sizes and 2 drivetrain options that cast a wider net in terms of range or pricing. With its 2024 enhancements, the VW ID.4 now appeals to families who want to switch from a gasoline-powered compact crossover to an electric vehicle. Performance fans should look elsewhere, but the ID.4 is a great option for anyone looking for a practical car with a spacious cabin, a robust feature package, and, for the most part, a well-designed interface. As a consequence, the TCC rating is 8.0 out of 10. What's new for the 2024 Volkswagen ID.4? The big news for 2024 is that versions with the larger 82 kWh battery pack that are rear or all-wheel drive will have a more powerful rear-drive motor unit and a larger available interface, which will increase power and acceleration as well as range. There are still 3 trim levels available for the 2024 ID.4, however the base 62 kWh battery pack variant is now only available with rear-wheel drive. The electric crossover keeps its current electrified elements, such as the light bars that bookend its short ends on the front and back, in place while incorporating classic SUV features, like black cladding over rounded wheel arches. The cabin has a roomy floor layout and an open, uncluttered cockpit, both of which reflect VW's conservative taste. On ID.4 Pro models, bigger battery pack only, a redesigned 12.9-inch touchscreen with backlit climate sliders and an easier-to-use menu system makes the interface overall more user-friendly. One of the primary issues with the otherwise excellent ID.4 is effectively resolved by this. However, versions with the smaller battery pack still use the previous 12.0-inch touchscreen in place of the new controls and menu system. A 201 horsepower single-motor rear-drive unit, which is neither fast nor slow, powers the standard ID.4 standard. Other than that, it offers a driving experience that is noticeably better than average, with features like quiet cabin, balanced handling, crisp steering, and pleasant ride. It returns a 206-mile range here. The larger 82 kWh battery pack-equipped ID.4 Pro models are the ones that get the major update. After replacing the motor, output increases to 282 horsepower. Dual-motor AWD models gain horsepower as well, going from 295 to 335 with this more potent rear-wheel drive system. ID.4 Pro AWD versions with the revised rear motor unit now have a range of 263 miles, while rear-wheel drive Pro models have a range of 291 miles. The spacious and well-ventilated cabin of the ID.4 sets it apart from the competition, regardless of the pack selected. The standard or Pro models have large back seats, heated front seats, and a maximum storage capacity of 64.2 cubic feet when the rear seats are folded flat. The fixed glass roof, power-adjustable front seats, and tiered cargo floor of the ID.4 S and S Plus grades make up for the absence of a trunk. The standard wheels for Pro models are now 20-inch alloy ones. We anticipate that the 2023 ID.4 will continue to perform admirably in crash tests conducted by the NHTSA and the IIHS, even with the upgraded power plant in the ID.4 Pro variants. Every ID.4 from VW comes equipped with a plethora of powerful driver assist technologies, including adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitors, and standard automated emergency braking with bicycle and pedestrian recognition. How much does the 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 cost? The 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 costs about $1,000 more this year, starting at $41,160, including a $1,425 destination fee. ID.4 Pro models with the large pack start at $46,300. Dual motor models cost $3,800 more. The 2024 is eligible for the full $7,500 federal EV tax credit. 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 styling. The ID.4 is a well-balanced crossover wagon with a decidedly modern EV aesthetic that includes smoothly curved side surfacing, snub ends, available light bars, and illuminated VW logos. It also blends in classic SUV cues like black cladding over rounded wheel arches, lower bumpers, and rockers. It's not a particularly revolutionary move in VW's history, but it looks excellent from every perspective. The highest trims with the biggest 21-inch wheels have subtle sportwagon styling cues. It receives a point, up from a 6. Although the inside doesn't receive extra credit, on the surface it maintains the UI and its few touchpoints front and center without obviating any unnecessary clutter. The essentials are covered by a small instrument cluster that is affixed to the steering wheel, and the hub of the steering wheel has haptic buttons. Alongside the central strip of the dash are haptic buttons as well. The touchscreen is either 12.0 or 12.9 inches in size, with the latter having a redesigned layout this year that includes illuminated capacitive sliders. The screens are notable for being some of the few controls above the beltline. They are accentuated with metallic bezels that extend to the door trim, serving as a midline for a two-tone appearance in certain versions and adding a cozier atmosphere than the angular interiors thanks to the glass roof, which is standard on all but the base standard model. 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 Comfort and Quality. With its spacious interior, ample storage for belongings, and quiet, comfortable ride, the 2024 VW ID.4 is a car made for families. The spacious interior of the 2024 VW ID.4 highlights the benefits of its unique electric vehicle architecture while making the most of the extra room without requiring additional space for an engine, driveshaft, exhaust, or anything else. Despite being a few inches shorter than gasoline-powered vehicles like the VW Tiguan, Subaru Forester, Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V, and Subaru, the ID.4 feels and looks more roomy inside. Here, its roomy rear seat, sturdy front seats, and sizable cargo hold up to earn it 3 strong bonus points, or an 8. Long cushions on the front seats, with most models offering a 12-way adjustment, won't expose your lower back on longer journeys. Large cup holders and an angled wireless charging pad with a clip are features of the center console. There won't be any negotiating over legroom with those behind. With their broad door cutouts, convenient access and departure, and lack of the rigid, knees-up seating position found in some of its compact crossover competitors, the rear seats also feel appropriate for adults. With the exception of the base standard model, the ID.4's 30.3 cubic feet of cargo space features a 2-tiered floor, and a recessed section underneath it is perfect for roadside kits or damp gear. It makes sense to swap out the frunk for this one. VW places the engine and HVAC system under the ID.4's hood instead. When the back seats are folded down, the cargo area increases to 64.2 cubic feet. A large fixed-glass panoramic sunroof with an electric sunshade of its own is included with all versions save the standard and pro ones. With the use of material themes that deviate from the typical charcoal and black color scheme, this gives the interior a light and airy feel during the day. At night, all models have ambient lighting, 10 color in standard and pro, 30 color with a slider in Pro S model. The ID.4 is quiet, too, even more so than its counterparts with electric crossovers. Even with the 20-inch wheels and tires that come with many of the models, you'll still notice some road noise and harshness from the tires when traveling at highway speeds. Screen aside, there are relatively few missteps in the ID.4 in general usability and switchgear, although there are some confounding examples. For instance, instead of 4 buttons for each window, there is a rear button that turns the front window controls into rear window controls. How safe is the Volkswagen ID.4? With a 5-star rating from the NHTSA and top rankings from the IIHS in every crashworthiness category, the 2024 VW ID.4 has essentially aced every crash test that it has been put through thus far. It receives a few more points for a total of 8 here thanks to a full suite of standard driver assist systems and excellent outward vision. If it can regain its IIHS top safety pick designation, that number will rise to 9. In addition to the conventional features of active lane control, adaptive cruise control with driver-initiated lane changes, blind spot monitoring, parking sensors, and automatic emergency braking, these features also include the ability to identify pedestrians and cyclists. Because ID.4's semi-automated lane changes require you to keep your fingers on the steering wheel, they can seem a little needless. Only the highest S+ models come with an overhead surround view camera system, which could be useful for safety in parking lots. However, a premium park assist technology that can recall particular parking places is now standard on the entire model range. 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 features. The infotainment system and technological feature set of the 2024 VW ID.4 have been significantly enhanced. 3 primary trim levels are available for the 2024 Volkswagen ID.4 lineup: Entry, S, and S+. Along with a long list of basic technological and connection options, such as ambient lighting, wireless device charging, and a customizable gauge cluster, all of these models include the same complete suite of active safety features. Even the lowest standard and pro models come with heated front seats, heated mirrors, and heated washer nozzles. The only distinguishing features between these 3 trim levels are the wider wheels, showier lighting, power liftgate, glass roof, and improved upholstery and trims. VW has practically left the rest of the interior design unchanged. Its larger display and extensive list of standard features both receive extra points, and its beginning price of almost $40,000 adds to its total value. The ID.4 receives an additional point to bring its total score to 9 thanks to its 4-year per 50,000-mile new car guarantee, 8-year per 100,000-mile battery warranty, and free scheduled maintenance for 2 years or 20,000 miles. A new 12.9-inch infotainment system with enhanced processing speed and memory is included with all vehicles that use the 82 kWh battery pack. It essentially fixes some of the model's earlier shortcomings, making it the biggest news for the 2024 ID.4. The redesigned hardware surrounding the screen, which has a completely new home screen and menu layout with lighted sliders for important elements, makes the climate control functions more noticeable. Think widgets. Along with enhanced route planning and the ability to add up to 10 waypoints, the native navigation system also offers en route preconditioning to guarantee that the battery pack can accept the fastest and greatest possible charging rate. ID.4 standard versions with the 12.0-inch infotainment system are still equipped with the 62 kWh battery pack. Through a number of software updates, it has greatly improved since the ID.4's first release. However, some of the surrounding haptic controls lack backlighting, and the menu structure is still a little awkward and confusing. Volkswagen's haptic steering wheel controls provide a degree of redundancy. They're just a little more difficult to use for the majority of their intended purposes than if they were any kind of tactile control. Thanks for watching.